The next part I often get a lot of questions about. The dot point, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. So the dot point is talking about a few things. It talks about gene flow, genetic drift, and the bottleneck and founder effect. So because I often get questions about each one of these little things, they're just tiny bits, but I'm going to do a video for each one. So the very first video I'm going to talk to you about is about this concept of gene flow. But having a look overall, so there are some factors, that can drive microevolution, so change from one generation to the next. The first one is gene flow, the next one is genetic drift, and then within that subset of genetic drift, there are two different effects that we need to talk about, the founder effect and the bottleneck effect. So let's have a look at gene flow. So gene flow, and this is one of those definitions, so we should be on page 8 here, this is just the movement of alleles into or out of a population. So there's a population of humans in Australia, there's a population of humans in New Zealand, there's a population of humans in the United States, there's a population of humans that are in China, there's a population of humans that are all over the world. So the movement of alleles in and out of those populations, that's what we call gene flow. And that can mean that we get a change in the genetic makeup of a population. So one of the biggest things that happens, and this is mostly with humans, is we talk about the movement of alleles into the population. What can cause that? That would be immigration with an I. Yeah, so immigration with an I has actually changed the genetic makeup of the Australian population's blood, which is really cool. Yeah, so a lot of people from Asian countries, the Asian countries had a higher percentage of individuals with the B blood group. And in Australia, the European blood that the white Australians brought with them had a lot of A blood type. So when we had this immigration, when the immigration started to happen more frequently between Asia and Australia, is we ended up with an increase in the B blood antigen, which is great because it gives us more genetic variation, which again gives us more ammunition for natural selection to act upon us and also for us to be able to withstand extreme selection pressures. So the opposite of immigration, therefore, is going to be emigration, and that is the movement of an allele outside of a population. So just having a look at those, gene flow is simply the movement of an allele into the population via immigration or out of a population via emigration.